I have never really played Escape from Tarkov. The highest level I got on a wipe was 14, I think, which is right before you unlock the flea market, which is kind of where the game starts if you don't know. The first wipe I played was on a standard account, and I just played a handful of raids, probably under 40. When I started it was mid-wipe, so I waited for the next wipe and just played something else. Next wipe I played, I bought the EOD edition of the game for one reason, the gamma container. I don't care about the trader rep, or the stash space, just that sweet, sweet gamma container. That's what I paid $100 for. And I was playing Tarkov just like everyone else. I dealt with the bull that is this game, heading into raid fully geared, and then getting head eyes 12 seconds in. Handing over cans of beef stew to Jaeger. It was fun, but then the video dropped, and I lost all interest in playing Tarkov. I mean, a cheater in 80% of raids? I'm not dealing with that. For all the fun that Tarkov offers, it's not worth dying to some guy that can see you through walls in a lot of raids. Now, to be honest, dying to a cheater in Tarkov isn't something that happens all the time. A lot of the time you just die to somebody better than you, or someone that can actually see you. Actually, who wins the gunfight in Tarkov mostly comes down to who sees who first. And if you see each other at the same time, then it just comes down to who has better gear. But a lot of the time you do also just die to a cheater. But it doesn't matter when I play, you guessed it, SPT. SPT, for those who don't know, stands for Single Player Tarkov. Now, don't get SPT and the new PvE game mode and Unheard confused. SPT is not that, it's much more. SPT is an alternative modded client of the base game where you can play the game how you want at your own pace. Now, you might hear that and think, will I just be fighting scavs all day? Where the PMC is going to be at? With the use of just a few mods, you can make PMC bots that are scarily accurate. Yeah, there aren't real people behind those eyes, but if you play Tarkov, you know sometimes you really can't tell who's a bot and who's a real. We've all had times where you kill someone on live you thought was a scav and it turns out to be a low-level PMC. It happens all the time, don't lie. And these bots will give you a run for your money. Don't get it confused, you will die to them. Oh. SPT doesn't stop at fixing the cheater problem though. You don't want to deal with the fact that you can't see the game? Just install the mod that lets you see. Don't want to deal with waiting for your insurance provider to grab your backpack? Just change the value with the server value modifier. Tarkov is supposed to be an open world game when it's finished. At least that's what the devs say. Well, in SPT, you can make the game open world with the use of mods. If you extract on certain areas of Shoreline, next raid you can go back into Shoreline, or you can go raid Lighthouse. I haven't installed the mod, I've only heard about it by the way. SPT isn't single player by the way. You can bring your friends along. This just actually makes it Tarkov without cheaters if you ask me. And that's all I want out of modding Tarkov, at least for now. Just give me the Tarkov experience but without the cheaters. I'll add in the airstrike mod and the Hello Kitty guns later. Right now, I just want to give some cans of beef stew to Jaeger and get some loot without some guy with radar and x-ray vision locking onto my head. To be fair though, SPT isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, it's Tarkov, but without cheaters and faster load times, and you can see the game, and you can make it open world, and you can call in airstrikes. But you lose the best part of the game, which is the community. The best part of Tarkov, to me at least, is the fact that I can talk to the people that are playing the game in raid with me, and then shoot them in the face. And if you play single player Tarkov, you have to ask yourself, is that worth giving up? Yes. Yes it is. Alright, and here's a guide to SPT. Download these mods if you want a vanilla experience, just Tarkov without cheaters. If you want better Tarkov, then maybe try out the realism mod. I tried it and didn't like it. I don't know what all the mod changes, but when I use a medkit on myself 3 times and it doesn't change my health, I don't know man, doesn't make any sense to me. But a lot of people like it, so knock yourself out if you want. It changes bullet values for penetration as well as just a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a complete overhaul. I'm not going to get into what it changes, but it's worth noting that you can pick and choose what you want in the mod config folder, which goes for a lot of these mods actually. Regarding the bots, if you're a gaming boomer or some guy that works an office job 40 hours a week or out in the oil fields 80 hours a week, then keep the difficulty at 3, which is the default. Maybe turn up their aim just a little bit, they're kind of bad, but just a little bit above 3 is good. If you're a Tarkov vet, I would say go ahead and bump the difficulty up to 4, it's a much better challenge for you. And you can play 5 if you want, but you're just going to be playing against bots with wall hacks and aimbot. Like, you might as well just play live at that point. But you can play the game how you want. There are no wipes in SPT, so take as much time as you need to do tasks, take a break from the game if you want. Your progress is going to remain. It's not going to reset every 6 months. And you can select what edition you play on without paying for it. Or at least I can go up to Edge of Darkness, maybe you can if you only own Standard. I recommend 0 to Hero just because I think it's the most fun, but again, play the game how you want. So I took so long making this video that they actually changed Tarkov for the better in a lot of ways. But the cheater problem still remains, so this video still stands. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, comment, all those cringe things that YouTubers say. And until next time, bye.